So the Christmas break's over and the COD grind resumes. Personally, I didn't have that much time to play over Christmas, so when I hopped back on, I was looking up on YouTube for some nice class setups that I could hop into pubs and do bits with. But I watched a few videos and I genuinely just didn't really agree. So what I thought I'd do is try out all the SMGs myself and compile my list of the 3 best SMG class setups you can use in this game. And some of them will definitely surprise you, but honestly, the way the meta is right now, I do think my number 1 in this list is actually the best gun in the game right now. There's been a few lobbies where I've used this gun and done bits and it just turns into chaos where everybody just pulls out the same gun. So as you're watching this right now, leave a comment down below what you think this gun is without cheating and skipping forward in the video. Yeah, just don't do that, it ruins the fun. And while you're down there, if you could leave a little like, that would be greatly appreciated. I have really appreciated the support recently. And yeah, let's get into the list after this little Desert Eagle clip. Well, whatever, Annihilator clip, that's what it is.
See ya. Anyone else want to help? Target confirmed.
So in the 3rd spot, I've put the PP Bison, and that will surprise a lot of people because it is infamously known as the pea shooter. But with the right attachments and the right playstyle, I think those peas really hurt, because if you use this gun properly, it absolutely shreds. Now I'm not gonna lie, when I first tried out this gun, I was expecting it just to be like, nope, not this one, on to the next, because I did think there were better guns in the game, but oh my, with a red dot sight, this thing just does not move. And then with rapid fire as well, the pea shooting ability is less noticeable, because you're getting more bullets out at a faster velocity, which speeds up the time to kill. Now I'm about to say something really controversial before I go into the attachments in this gun, but I think time to kill isn't as important as some people make it out to be. This game plays so fast and all the guns kill pretty quickly. I would easily sacrifice accuracy over like a longer distance from my SMGs over an extremely fast time to kill. Because yeah, a time to kill is going to get you those important one-on-one gunfights. And I think because of that, it's more of like a warzone thing. But in multiplayer, I think sustained fire with like decent recoil and being able to control the gun while also being able to move smoothly across the map is far more important than that like really fast time to kill in like a one-on-one gunfight. Because I don't know about you, but I'm not interested in the one kill. I want to kill the whole team. Don't get me wrong though, the gun still does kill fast and at a decent distance too. I think I kind of put the red dot sight in it because I think the iron sights are ugly and kind of limited. But this gun does shine over a longer distance, so it's really good in maps like Subsonic, which is the map right now. But it wouldn't be as suited to maps like Babylon and Nuketown. In terms of movement with this gun, you do have to slow down a little bit. It's kind of hard to be sliding around corners and getting those up close gunfights, as I've said before. So you want to keep your distance and kind of hit some flanks. It is a perfect gun, although my accuracy there wasn't great. But it doesn't move, and if you catch some enemies in like a straight line, it's really good. Because with 64 bullets, and that's without extended mags, it has a lot of bullets so you can just keep on spraying and not let anybody peek.
5 straight. Target appears hostile.
So in terms of attachments, I've gone for the Kepler Micro Reflex, but any red dot will suit just to get rid of those ugly sights. Ported Compensator just to get rid of that first bullet kick, because if this gun moves, it's going to be on the first bullet, so that just eliminates that. Reinforced Barrel helps the velocity and also gives it a little bit extra damage, so those P's just are slightly bigger. Then Quick Draw Grip, which helps this gun stay true to an SMG because that's what it is, and also helps your mobility when you're out and about and on the move, so you can get your gun up quicker and get those kills a little bit more reliably. And then you've also got Rapid Fire, which again helps to increase the TTK, since that's what everybody cares about. And this gun does admittedly shoot a little bit slow, which does probably contribute to the fact that this gun is known to have a slower TTK. But honestly, rapid fire makes such a difference here. With some guns in the game, putting rapid fire on just increases the recoil, so it's almost unusable. And those extra bullets you get out just kind of always miss, so it doesn't really matter. With the Bison, it doesn't move with or without rapid fire. So with rapid fire, it increases the TTK, gets more bullets out, helps you kill a lot more people. And also with the 64 bullet mag, and remember this build doesn't have any extended mags on it, that means that the rapid fire doesn't deplete your ammo as quick as well. I find with some guns, such as the Jackal, if you put rapid fire on that thing, it's like your mag's empty in the next 2 seconds. But this gun doesn't need it, which is always good, because it's almost like you've got 6 attachments for 5, because extended mag is just built in for some reason. I don't know what it is, it must be like the shape of the mag just means you can put lots of bullets in it, or the bullets really are Ps and you can just fit a lot. But that's my build for the PB Bison, and it comes in at my 3rd place right now. Now number 2 might actually be a surprise, because honestly it surprised me. Now at the start of the game, I did love the C9 or MP5. It's really hard to not call it an MP5. But at the start of the game, it was the first SMG unlock, and honestly, I really enjoyed it. I used to use a red dot sight in it, but now looking back on it, I think the iron sights are good enough. But oh my, this gun still absolutely shreds.
Here we go.
Now you're gonna laugh, but I think this gun does have the fastest TTK in the game. And I know I said it's not the most important thing, or I think it's not as important as some people make out, but this gun absolutely fries up close. I don't think I lost a gunfight up close to any other SMG apart from people using this gun as well. And I think more and more people are kind of hacking on that this gun is as good as it is. Again, it doesn't really move. I know since the last recoil update a lot of guns don't really move, but this one especially, for how fast it fires. This is without rapid fire. He kind of looks like it's got rapid fire on it, but it doesn't. It shoots that fast normally. It just shreds up close because of it. And funny story, well, it's not really a funny story for me, but this gun actually got me shadow banned. If you go back to the start of this video in the intro, I got shadow banned for that clip. I mean, I think I went like 92 and 18, and I genuinely spawn trapped their whole team in the one corner of the map on Vault for like 2 minutes, or like an entire hardpoint hill or headquarters hill, and they weren't very happy. But it's with the harp, when I knew exactly where they're coming from, I kept it to close angles, and I just shredded anyone that came near me, and they didn't stand a chance. So if you use this gun properly, and that's where the advantage it has over the Bison, that if you use this gun well and use your movement, slide around corners, camera people, get the first shot off, get a nice spray in, you're going to pretty much kill anybody you come up against. I'd say MP5 is probably one of the guns that's been like in the most Call of Duties at this stage, and it's never really been that outstanding. In COD 4 it used to be really good with Red Dot Sight and Juggernaut. I do have memories roundabout in Bog S&D, but since that, unless I'm wrong, I don't think it's been that good in many Call of Duties. It's always been a solid gun, which is kind of like an effect, like a placebo effect that carries on through Call of Duties. That like people use this gun before, they're like, oh, MP5, it's a solid gun, but they're never gonna like go to it to like dominate. But trust me, with the right build in this game, this gun is amazing. It also kills incredibly quick, like the bullets do a lot of damage, and it doesn't really feel like, even though you're shooting fast, the bullets don't really disappear, which means it's got a high multi-kill potential, which is something, as I've said, I need in my pubs class. So for attachments, a few things different here. Of course, ported compensator, my favourite attachment in the game, reduce that first bullet kick. Reinforced barrel, it gives you increased damage and also bullet velocity. Also an essential and a consistent thing you're going to see across most of my class builds. And then for the MP5, we've also got vertical foregrip. Wait, can we talk about that dive onto the like piano there to kill those two people? Wow. But yeah, moving on, vertical foregrip, not something you see on SMGs a lot, but I think because of the fast TTK and just the general shreddiness of the MP5, I think it's worth just to bring that recoil down just a little bit. As you'll see, an important pattern in my builds as well is I go for a lot more recoil and control based attachments. And vertical foregrip, along with recoil springs, you'll see at the very end there, just reduce the recoil to pretty much 0 on this gun, making it a nice straight beamer. But yeah, you've also got your quick draw grip as well, which again just helps you bring that gun up a little bit quicker, and then if you're aiming down sights, the gun doesn't move. In the background here is the clip I got right before. This was to get the harp, which got me shadow banned. So looking back on it, I wish I didn't, you know, go off this much. Again, I had them spawn trapped in the back. But overall, MP5 is really good, actually surprisingly good. Before I had this video made, I actually had it in 3rd place. Then I went in this spree where I had like 4 or 5 games where it just absolutely shredded. I bumped it up above the Bison, and let me tell you, try this loadout and you will not be disappointed. So in the first place spot, if you guessed the Tanto, you are correct. This gun, I don't really have any words for this gun. This gun can literally do everything. Yes, it's an SMG, but honestly, at long distance, if you hit your shots, it's going to outgun any AR in the game. I think by far, at the minute, it's the best gun in the game. I was playing with my mates and I was doing really well, and they were like, oh, what gun are you using? Tanto. And they all put on a Tanto, and I think for the rest of the night we just like ran about with 6 Tantos on the map because it is unstoppable. If you haven't used this gun before, the first thing you will notice is it does shoot quite slow, easily the slowest of any of the SMGs, but this gun is a consistent 3 bullet kill. You'll see in some of these clips how fast people are dropping, and I've used this gun quite a lot myself, and I can say that the slow fire rate really isn't an issue. If anything, it helps you like be accurate over longer distances, because with the right attachments it doesn't move too much. You'll notice a slight jump, but once you use it a few times you'll easily get used to it. A prime example of how good this gun is, when I was recording for clips of this, I didn't get shadow banned with this gun, but it did drop 2 nukes in a row, and I mean I would get the proof for that, but I logged on the next day and the Squid Game event came out, and it means that all the things in theatre weren't able to be saved, and of course it was the one time that my shadow play stopped working. So you just have to take my word on it. Drop back-to-back nukes, and I think myself I've only dropped like 7 nukes in this game, and 2 of them were back-to-back, and I think at least 2 of them were with the Tanto as well. It's really hard to describe this gun in words because when you're looking at it, it looks like I'm just tap firing something, but if you use this gun you'll understand it's got good mobility, it's got good recoil, extremely high damage, and a lot of bullets in the mag because it shoots so slow it feels like you can shoot forever, which is kind of just the perfect combination between the MP5 and the Bison we were talking about before. Decent recoil, but kills a lot quicker. So any of you fast TTK freaks out there, it's perfect for you. In terms of attachments for this gun, it's a real anomaly for me because I actually use the Merlin Mini. I think it just suits the gun better, I'm not sure, it's strange. And I also got muzzle brake, which means I deviate from my favourite attachment, the ported compensator. But the muzzle brake gives you a far better first shot recoil speed, and because this gun is so powerful, the first shot has the highest kick I think probably in the game. It also gives you a nice kick reset speed, which is also another feature with semi-automatic guns and guns that just shoot slow. And this gun, after every shot, it does kind of have a little bit of kick, so the muzzle brake is essential. And then you've got your classic reinforced barrel, extra velocity and damage, vertical foregrip again, just to help keep that recoil down, and then also commando grip, because if this gun is lacking one thing, which it rarely does, it is mobility. And with commando grip it helps you get your gun up faster after sprinting, which just means it makes up for that slower first shot, because even if you press your trigger with this gun, it does take a little bit of a delay before the bullet comes out. So if you have that, getting your gun up faster after sprinting, it helps minimize this delay. And that's really it. There's not really that many drawbacks to this gun. It's just the only thing I can say is go out and try to use it. Go out, give it a use, and come back and tell me in the comments how good it actually is. I can't describe it myself, really. Pretty much this whole map, which you're seeing in the background, I just trapped them in this back A spawn. I was kind of sliding about in this little square sandbag area, and this is one of the few rare times you'd ever see me play domination. But on the map, this map, I can't remember what it's called, Scud I think it is, yeah, Scud. It's actually better than headquarters, and there's not many maps where I can say that's the case. But headquarters just doesn't really flow in this map, but domination, oof, I love it.
I ain't going nowhere.
So that's it for my SMG kind of tier list sort of thing. Trust me, if you use these classes in pubs, you're going to absolutely fry. Hopefully, you don't end up getting shadow banned like me, but it is a possibility because these classes are just so fire. I kind of get a dead slide here, but it kind of helps me. I try to slide off the edge here, but I kind of fail it twice. But it throws them off, so it works. If you like this video, drop a like, let subscribe would be great too, and I'll see you in the next one.